The game is called Wind Up Sew, and it involves basically anyone who wants to play. First of all, everyone in Ridgewood would go around, who wants to play Wind Up Sew? And everybody would grab their tops and come outside. And they had a big circle. In the heyday, the circle was 6 feet in diameter. And they would make the circle, they would stand in the center of the circle in the dirt and make the circle with their foot, like this. A big circle, and then when things got developed, there was a pit in the middle called the death pit. And the person, the way the game was started is everyone wound up their top. The object was to make a sew. And there was all kinds of ways to make a sew, but a sew is getting the top to spin for the required 2 seconds or whatever it was on the palm of your hand. So you could do that by spinning it on the ground and picking it up with the string, or you could do it by doing ups and downs that I just demonstrated, which is spinning the top so hard that it doesn't even touch the ground and spins in the air and lands on your hand.
Okay.
Or you could do ins and outs, which will spin it out from you and it comes back and spins on your hand. All these ways to make the sew. And once the sew was made, you said sew, and the thing was spinning on your hand. The last person to make their sew ended up in the death pit, in the middle of the circle.
So
the object was you spun your top from the outside of the circle into the circle. You tried to knock that top out of the circle. Everybody tried to knock the tops out of the circle. Many of the tops got stuck in the circle because they couldn't horsepower out. When they stopped spinning in the circle, they would just lay there. Everyone tried to get all the tops out of the circle. If everyone ended up in the circle, it became a sew, and everyone grabbed their top, wound it up, and made a sew again. If all the tops were knocked out of the circle, it became a sew, and again you wound up your top and made a sew. You learn at 6 years old, you don't see it.
I didn't learn till 8 or 9.
You privileged kids.
All right.
So let's get the close up here. Let's get the close up.
Close up. Damaged.
Damaged.
This was an authentic
this was a fighting top.
Made by Vinod at Clock Tower, also known as the Top Shop.
Okay. All right.
Genuine article. Collector's item.
So here we have the correctly wound up top.
We need to put it on eBay.
So what's the point here? Is that like a nail?
Yeah, nail driven in, and a bottle cap. But you know, in this case, it's an Indian beer cap. Sacrilege.
You weren't even supposed to know that beer existed.
We always used Coca-Cola. Hold it like this.
Okay, go. Let's see.
And you basically, you get down low and you move it out and jerk your hand back. This is how you learn in first grade. First graders do like this.
You know how long it's been since I was in first grade?
First graders do like that.
And I thought you picked it up,
and the soul.
Whoa.
So good.
And this is the fancy one, which is ups and downs. The top never touches the ground and ends up on your hand spinning. Huh?
Okay.
Ready, steady? No. Like that. And then it's spinning. Then you say, so. And if you can't get yours, then you hold out your hand and I put it on your hand. And you got a soul, but it's going to fall down.
Oh, I remember we used to play jacks a lot.
Oh, yeah, we did that too, yeah.
Jack, I think probably I could come back.
All right, knock me out of the circle. So if I'm stuck in the circle, now I can knock me out doing this. Basically, the top is spinning on your hand, and you come down with a spinning and just knock it like that. There you go.
Yeah.
Knock it out of the circle, and pick it up and make a sew.
So as long as it's still, spinning, you can use it.
You can pick it up.
Okay.
For little kids, it was legal to take the spinning top and put it on their hands. And they got a sew. We had beetle fights. Beetle fights. You take 2 bamboo beetles and you put them together, and they would just fight and pinch and kick.
And the scorpion, with the
a scorpion with a bee fight. You catch a bee and you put it in a jar with a scorpion, and you see who wins.
And then one time we had a scorpion circus. We went out and collected 13 scorpions, and we made a little arena and circus thing out of them. With Legos. Lego blocks. and one of them was pregnant, so we cordoned her off in this little thing. But you know, the scorpions, they just wouldn't perform.
But we never got stung.
Yeah.
Well, part of the time when we were chicken,
Now tell me, did your mothers know that you were having scorpion circus?
Oh,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
it was always.
Our mother resigned. You know, she had 4 boys like us, if you can imagine.
This was at
in the monsoon.
Yeah, it was at the monsoon, and this was at the Ray's house, where I remember. And one of them actually got out, or one from the house came to join the other ones. You know, and Greg's little sisters were a little young. You know, they were too young to get stung, so we had to abandon the circus. So we went and drowned them all in Dobigot Stream. which apparently you can't drown a scorpion. So
Our mother was very patient. She had to be.
Yeah.
You know, we were always. I mean,
yeah.
I was telling
After 2
her.
kids, you do give up. It's like, I'm going to be fine.
I was the youngest of 4, and we had, you know, I was so glad they came and paved the way, because by the time I got to the
Mom,
age
go
that
for it.
we could really travel and everything like that, with the family rule was you had to spend half your holiday time at home. So what that meant to me was you spend half your holiday time doing whatever, right? So we'd plan it out to the day.
Right. And we'd go to our parents and say, we've done our time, we want to go.
We've done
like
our
it was
time.
jail or something. And we literally traveled the world.
That's what we called
I
it.
went around the world at 16 by myself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that with my kid,
Yeah.
but my mother.
Yeah.
And he and I went to Nepal. He was
I was
he was 16. I was 17.
Yeah.
We went to
look what
Nepal and
happened. Look what happened.
And
what happened?
we almost only ended up in jail like once or
Is your
twice.
mother still living?
She is. She's here.
She's here.
She's
And standing.
And she still loves us.
She still loves us.
Are you sure?
She says so. It must be true.
Now I have to interview your mother.
She did, and amazingly so. I mean, I can't imagine. I raised 2 of my own children. I can't imagine 4 like us.
Boy, yeah.
Or like that. Well, your kids got to go.
My
to
kids
India.
went to India. My wife went to India. They loved it.
Yeah.
They're like, Dad, you didn't really have scorpions, did you? And I said, it was monsoon when they went. I said, now you kids, when you get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, you got to wear your chappals or something.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
Yeah.
And the first night we were there, we were at Oakville.
Yeah.
And I went to the bathroom. There was a scorpion in the bathroom. I woke them all up. Hey, you guys see? There's no scorpion. Look over there. Fished it out, you know.
Yeah.
There you go, scorpion.